morning guys, and welcome to today's PhD vlog. I'm coming to you from Oxford this morning. I'm here to go and visit the Archive of Performances of Greek and Roman Drama, or the APGRD, which is associated with the Faculty of Classics at Oxford University. And today I'm going in because they've got some new material for one of the case studies that I look at in my thesis. And it might seem a little bit over the top to kind of be doing some new archival research at this point in time, but archival research is basically my favourite part of the PhD process. I feel a bit like I'm a detective looking at a case file trying to crack a mystery, and so I wasn't going to pass on the opportunity to kind of look at these new materials. There's not much, it's one photograph and a program, but this is a production. It's my first case study in my thesis. It's the oldest production that I talk about, and we don't have much material from it. This is kind of before blogging. There's barely any photos online. There's just one photo, so kind of having a second photo when I talk about this production could actually be a big deal. Then I'd show you the Ashmolean Museum, which is the country's oldest museum here in Oxford. I am now waiting at Oxford for the train back to London. I'm finished the archives. It was a really worthwhile visit. I'm really happy that I went. The two photos that I was able to look at weren't particularly useful for me. They were really close-up shots of the actors, so you only got to see kind of their shoulders in terms of the costuming, and you couldn't see the set or the kind of configuration of the theatre at all, so they weren't that useful. But the program was really wonderful to see. One, it gave me some factual information about the production that I didn't know, so kind of who designed the sound and who painted the scenery and whatnot, but it also kind of unlocked a few puzzles for the production that I hadn't been able to quite place. So I'm so pleased that I went. So as you can see, I'm having a pretty good day today. I'm having a quick coffee break in the park with Marcel, who's having a little biscuit. And then I'm going back home to incorporate all the bits of archival research that I did today into my thesis. Okay, so it's 6:30 now and I've just finished incorporating all of the bits of research that I did at the archive today into my thesis. As I expected, it didn't take too long. I just had to add one paragraph and then like slightly rephrase some of the other bits and pieces in the chapter. But yeah, not too much work, but definitely work that made the whole thing a lot better and a lot more accurate, and I think I've got a few coups in there that no other researchers have found about this place, so I'm pretty excited about that. My other kind of news for this afternoon is I heard back from my second supervisor who's finished reading my thesis, and he wrote me a really nice email and had really positive things to say about my thesis, so I'm really pleased with that. Basically, you know, it's a weight off my shoulders to know that he doesn't think that there's any kind of major changes that need to be done, and he's left a copy of the thesis in the department for me to pick up. I'm going to pick that up on Friday and read through what he has to say. I'm sure I want to make a couple of changes in response to his feedback, but it's a relief to know that I'm still on track to kind of submit at the end of the month, and the changes which should be made are not things which, you know, I'm going to have to take a whole lot of research, a whole lot of time to do extensive research, or, you know, rewrite 10,000 words or anything like that. So yay, positive news today. Today's been a really good day. I'm very, very happy with how things have gone. So yeah, I think I will sign off this vlog here. I am going to do a little bit more reading this evening. I have one journal article that I need to read before I start rewriting or start editing through chapter 5, so I'm going to do that tonight. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow for another day in which I start working on editing chapter 5. Yay!